Imagine stepping into an elevated cottage garden where European countryside charm meets thoughtful modern polish. Soft gravel crunches underfoot, clipped boxwood frames loose perennials, and a graceful bistro set waits beneath a climbing rose. The look is serene, textural, and quietly luxurious, made for slow mornings and easy evenings. If you love this direction, please subscribe, like, and comment with your favorite garden detail. You'll notice the mood first: natural materials, layered greens, and gentle color that never shouts. Everything feels collected over time. Aged terracotta, woven baskets, linen cushions, and yet the lines are deliberate, the paths clear, and the structure comforting. We're blending romance with restraint so your space feels welcoming, comfortable, and easy to navigate, no matter its size. In this video, I'll guide you through style pillars, layout bones, pathways, planting palettes, color harmony, focal features, cozy seating, lighting, smart budget upgrades, and seasonal care. By the end, you'll have a clear plan to elevate your own oasis. Don't forget to subscribe, tap like, and comment below with the area you're transforming this year. At the heart of every elevated cottage garden are style pillars that keep the design chic yet timeless. Think natural stone underfoot, wrought iron accents, aged terracotta, and crisp hedges anchoring soft, romantic blooms. These elements create a foundation that feels rooted in European tradition while remaining flexible enough for modern living. The key is balance, structure paired with softness, rustic textures meeting refined shapes. A clipped hedge supports a cascade of roses, a weathered urn becomes the centerpiece for a mix of lavender and thyme. These pillars allow your garden to feel both spontaneous and intentional, casual charm underpinned by graceful order. When applied thoughtfully, these essentials can transform any outdoor space, whether you have a sprawling yard or a balcony planter. By returning to these timeless rules, stone, iron, terracotta hedges, you gain a strong design backbone. This lets you experiment with plants and accents without losing that elevated European countryside feel. The layout is the skeleton of your elevated cottage garden, the unseen order that makes the charm feel effortless. Start with well-defined paths that guide you through the space, balanced by flower beds that flow naturally yet stay contained. This structure ensures that beauty never feels messy, giving the garden both intimacy and coherence. Imagine a gravel walkway edged by clipped boxwood, leading to a central seating nook or fountain. Beds overflow with roses, sage, and delphiniums, but the clean lines of the path provide a sense of calm. These thoughtful bones allow for lush abundance without chaos, blending natural ease with cultivated polish. When planning your garden, sketch the paths and beds first before adding decorative accents or planting schemes. By defining structure early, you'll enjoy a space that feels harmonious year-round. This balanced foundation is what gives an elevated European countryside garden its timeless and sophisticated appeal. Pathways are the lifelines of your elevated cottage garden, guiding every step and framing each view. A path edged in stone, brick, or gravel instantly adds character while keeping plantings neat and intentional. These walkways do more than connect spaces. They invite you to pause, linger, and admire the textures underfoot. Stone edging feels timeless, grounding the garden in tradition. Brick edging adds warmth, with earthy reds offering cozy charm. Gravel paths bring a gentle crunch that feels rustic yet refined. Together, these materials define the garden's personality while creating an elegant balance of structure and softness. Even in smaller spaces, well-chosen pathway edges elevate the entire look. A simple gravel line bordered by lavender, or a row of bricks laid beside perennials, transforms a humble garden into something polished. With graceful walkways, every stroll feels like an experience, not just a route. The planting palette is where your elevated cottage garden comes to life. Think of it as layers of romance, soft roses, airy delphiniums, and fragrant lavender weaving together in a timeless embrace. Perennials provide dependable structure, while herbs like thyme, rosemary, and sage add texture, scent, and culinary delight. It's the interplay of scale and softness that creates the magic. Taller plants, such as foxgloves or hollyhocks, add vertical rhythm, while ground covers spill gently across gravel or brick edges. This layered planting creates movement, drawing the eye upward, outward, and back again, ensuring the garden feels abundant yet balanced. The beauty of this palette lies in its versatility. Whether you're designing a sprawling countryside retreat or a modest balcony pot arrangement, these plants adapt gracefully. Their charm feels both intimate and universal, inviting you to step closer, inhale deeply, and lose yourself in the timeless poetry of flowers and herbs. Color harmony is the soul of an elevated cottage garden. By choosing soft neutrals, blush pinks, sage greens, and creamy whites, you create a serene atmosphere that feels timeless and calming. These hues echo the gentle tones of the European countryside, bringing subtle elegance instead of overwhelming vibrancy. Blush roses soften the edges, while creamy white foxgloves stand tall in graceful contrast. Sage foliage grounds the scene, its muted greens balancing the palette. Together, these colors flow like brushstrokes in a painting, blending seamlessly to create a garden that feels romantic yet quietly sophisticated. The beauty of this scheme is its flexibility. You can add a touch of lavender for fragrance or a pop of soft blue delphinium for depth, and it won't disrupt the balance. Soft neutrals ensure your garden remains timeless, never trendy, always chic, and endlessly welcoming. Every elevated cottage garden deserves a focal point, a centerpiece that draws the eye and sets the tone. A stone fountain, a weathered urn, or a graceful arch covered in climbing roses transforms a simple garden into an enchanting sanctuary. These features create pause, inviting you to stop and savor the view. Fountains add gentle sound, turning still corners into lively retreats. An urn becomes a canvas, brimming with herbs or trailing ivy. Arches create drama, marking transitions between spaces with romance and grandeur. Each focal feature offers more than beauty. It provides rhythm and anchors the garden's overall design. When thoughtfully placed, focal features elevate the entire experience of the garden. They guide movement, frame perspectives, and add a sense of timeless storytelling. Whether large or small, these elements weave together charm and elegance, ensuring your garden feels both personal and unforgettable. Seating transforms a cottage garden from a space you admire into one you truly live in. A wooden bench tucked under a tree, a wrought iron bistro set on gravel, or a pergola draped in climbing wisteria, all create intimate corners where you can sit, sip tea, and breathe in the garden's quiet elegance. These nooks aren't just functional, they are invitations. A bench along a pathway beckons for a moment's rest, while a bistro table suggests long afternoon conversations. A pergola offers shade and structure, turning even the sunniest space into a comfortable retreat. Each choice adds romance, encouraging you to linger longer outdoors. Thoughtful seating placement also helps define flow. A chair angled toward a fountain, or a bench overlooking layered planting, becomes a destination in itself. By weaving cozy moments throughout the garden, you ensure the space feels not only beautiful but deeply personal and endlessly welcoming. When the sun sets, lighting transforms your garden into pure enchantment. Soft lanterns along pathways, fairy lights woven through arches, and candles on bistro tables create a warm, inviting glow. This gentle illumination turns your cottage garden into a romantic retreat, perfect for evening strolls or late conversations. Lanterns add timeless elegance, casting patterned shadows that dance on gravel and stone. Fairy lights bring a touch of whimsy, sparkling like fireflies above your head. Even a few well-placed candles in hurricane glass holders can infuse magic, elevating the garden from beautiful to unforgettable once dusk arrives. The secret is layering light, mixing low glows with twinkling highlights to create depth. By using natural tones and warm bulbs, the atmosphere feels soft and calming, never harsh. With thoughtful lighting, your elevated cottage garden becomes just as alluring by night as it is by day. An elevated cottage garden doesn't have to be costly. Small, thoughtful upgrades can make a big difference. Swapping plastic planters for terracotta, adding a thrifted wrought iron chair, or laying down a gravel path can instantly lift the atmosphere. These changes bring authenticity and texture without straining your budget. Think creatively with what you already have. Old baskets can become herb containers, vintage teacups can hold succulents, and reclaimed wood can be repurposed into rustic benches. Each affordable swap adds story and charm, ensuring your garden feels unique, personal, and collected over time rather than staged. The magic of budget upgrades lies in layering character. A single terracotta urn, a weathered lantern, or a strand of fairy lights can elevate the entire look. By focusing on details that feel timeless and tactile, you can transform even the simplest garden into a sophisticated countryside haven. A timeless garden isn't just about design, it's about care through the seasons. Gentle pruning, seasonal feeding, and refreshing tired plantings keep your elevated cottage garden thriving. By aligning your routine with the natural rhythm of spring, summer, autumn, and winter, the garden always feels vibrant and alive. Pruning roses after their bloom, feeding herbs in spring, and mulching beds before winter are small gestures with lasting impact. These acts of care preserve structure while encouraging new growth. Maintenance becomes less a chore and more a ritual, an intimate connection with the garden cycle. With easy, steady attention, your garden rewards you with color in spring, fullness in summer, calm in autumn, and rest in winter. Each season becomes a chapter in your story, with the garden reflecting not only nature's rhythm but also your devotion to beauty and balance. An elevated cottage garden is more than design. It's a lifestyle, a sanctuary that reflects your story. With thoughtful pathways, layered plantings, cozy seating, and timeless details, you've created a space that feels personal and endlessly welcoming. This is your European countryside oasis, right at home. Remember, the beauty lies in balance, structure and softness, elegance and comfort, tradition and your own personal touch. With each step through your garden, you're not just admiring plants, you're experiencing moments of calm, joy, and connection with nature. If this vision inspires you, I'd love for you to subscribe to Garden Blooms, bring garden to life, give this video a like, and share your favorite feature in the comments. Together, we'll keep creating timeless outdoor spaces filled with charm, style, and serenity.